Hey there guys, I just wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I'm not really going to be that happy in the rest of this week's looks because my dog Watson is not doing very well right now. He was kind of like, he just had like an upset stomach last week, like pooing a lot and all of that. And then we gave him chicken and rice last week so he could, eat and not have like a stomach ache anymore. And then, because he was just like sleeping most of that day because we thought he was just a little dehydrated because he wasn't really drinking that much water and he had to, crap a lot when we took him out. And then after we gave him chicken and rice for dinner that night, then he bounced back and he was okay all weekend, like for the past few days. But yesterday my mom said that she woke up and she saw that his eye was like swollen, like red, and like his whole eye was just really bad, and like basically it's still swollen. And my mom took him to the vet yesterday, and they're saying that they don't actually know why. Because, it was actually infected in his left eye before that, like 2 days before that, because my mom took Watson and Luna for their annual checkup. And the vet had said that his left eye was infected. But then yesterday morning, his left eye completely cleared up. And now the infection transferred to his right eye, but the vet can't really tell us why. They kind of don't know themselves, but we're pretty sure that the reason why it did, because he hasn't improved at all. Like, his eye is still really swollen. He's just sleeping all day. He's not really even perking up when one of us gets home. Like, he always barks and wags his tail when one of us gets home, or even when he's too tired to get up, he'll just bark. But he'll raise it, he'll just go roar, but he will still be laying down. He's not even doing that anymore. Like, every time we walk in the door, he's not doing that. So I feel like that's not really a great sign. He is 12 at this point. Luna is almost 14, but Luna has been the healthiest dog we've ever had. She hasn't had as many medical problems as Watson has. Not anything too, terrible, because he's usually bounced back every time. But this, so they also discovered when my mom took him yesterday that his lymph nodes in his neck are swollen. So we're thinking that if the lymph nodes in his neck turn out to be cancerous, then that's what made his eye swell up. Would possibly be the cause of it, and it's now showing externally. So we wouldn't have known if my mom didn't take him yesterday. We wouldn't have even known if this was, swollen or not, because they don't test regularly for cancer. So it really sucks. He was just sleeping all day yesterday. He stands outside with me when I'm taking them out. He's having no trouble going to the bathroom, but he'll just kind of stand there and kind of look around, but he doesn't want to walk around at all. He'll just do his business, and then he just wants to go back inside. He doesn't even want to wander around and sniff everything like he usually does. So I don't know. We're waiting for the test results for the lymph nodes, but they don't come in until next week. But he hasn't shown any improvement, so we're all trying to be positive. But if he stays like this, there's not going to be any reason for us to keep him going, because we're not going to prolong this if this is going to be his quality of life now. So it just sucks because I love my baby so much. So that's what's going on. So I am just taking a day to myself today, and I'm telling you guys about my makeup look yesterday because I did get home pretty late last night. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Pokemon Pokeball, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I decided to go back into the Colourpop Pokemon palette, and I just wanted to do like a yellow look with this because I did wear my yellow shirt yesterday. So I just went into these 3 shades, actually these 4 shades, so just this row. So I just used Saffron City in the crease, and then I darkened up the crease and outer corner with Trainer's Path. And then I just used Champion all over the lid, and then I just took Elite 4 and put that on my inner corners, and that's it. And again, I've been having a great time with this palette. I've just been keeping it next to me because I don't know when the hell I'm going to film a haul anytime film a haul anytime soon, because the only things that I've picked up makeup wise is the Beauty and the Beast collection and some things from the Colourpop Pokemon collection. I haven't bought pretty much a stitch of makeup since I got the Pokemon collection because like I'm really just trying to be on a strict no buy because I don't need another freaking ounce of makeup. I think the only thing that I'm going to get in July is going to be one of the new Cleona palettes. That's all I want to get because I have been dying to try their brand, and I've been waiting for these palettes to come out, so I'm just going to pick up one of those. And besides that, I'm not getting anything else. Like, I was tempted by some palettes, but I might get the Simply Posh one because I don't think that ships out until July. I don't know how long I would have to wait, though, if I decided to order it now or before June is over, but it's fine. I don't even really care, honestly. And then for my liner, I just went into the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade 2 Can't Do It. And then I went into the Essence Lash Primer, and then I went into the Tarte Tartelette Tubing Mascara on the top lashes and the Maybelline Lash Discovery on my bottom lashes. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. And then for my foundation, I went into the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation in the shade 10NN. And then for my concealer, I went into the correcting concealer in the shade 10NN as well. And then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay pressed powder. But the reason why it's so sad is because like Watson's like my mom's buddy. Like Luna loves my mom too. Like they're so attached to my mom, but also like Watson's like our little guy. Like he's been like, him and Luna have been our longest living dogs that we've ever had. Since my mom had her black lab like 20 years ago, but most of the dogs that we've had since then have passed away before 10 years old. So again, it's not like he's a young dog, but at the same time, like we thought we might have had maybe a good 2 more years with him. So we were hoping that he would improve or like the swelling would go down, but so far it hasn't. I know it's only been a day and a half, but I can just tell he's like so unhappy right now. So I don't know, just please, you know, keep him in your thoughts and say some good wishes and, you know, just good vibes and good energy my way. I really would appreciate it. And then I went into the House Labs bronzer in the shade Light Level 1. And then for my blush, I went into the Colourpop Land blush. This is the Super Shock Cheek in the shade Jolly. This is from their Candyland collection that they came out with like 2+ years ago. It was such an adorable little collection. But I had only gotten the blush from it, and I think like two of the lip products. Very cute collection. I remember how cute that collection was. And I set my face with the Milk Makeup Setting Spray. And then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into the Colourpop lip liner in the shade BFF. And then for my lipstick, I went into the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Double Take. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. So yeah, that is everything as far as my makeup goes. So I did go see my best friend yesterday, and we went to Target, and then we went to this really good Japanese place that was around him, and oh my god, their food was chef's kiss. It might be like top 2 like favorite Japanese places for me. Oh, it was so good. I had the chicken katsu, and oh my god, it was delicious. And then as far as a reading update goes, I did finish Ashley Poston's A Novel Love Story last night. I was going to try and finish it yesterday afternoon, but I was like on page 255 by that point, or 256. I was just so distracted by what was going on with Watson. I didn't get to read as much yesterday as I would have liked to, because I was like talking to my mom about him and everything, so... But I finished it. Oh my god, it was so cute. It was just such a warm and fuzzy little cozy romantic fantasy, and I just love her writing. Like, the way that she marries fantasy and romance is just so cute, and I gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. I don't think anything is going to top Dead Romantics for me. I didn't really expect it to, but I knew I was just going to enjoy this and just have a really good time reading it. And I'm just so happy that I've had a better reading week this week than I did last week with Middle of the Night and then She Was Gone. It's so funny that I have just picked the exact opposite books, or the complete opposite books, from Then She Was Gone, with Betting on You and A Novel Love Story, but honestly, they were just what I needed to lift my mood. It's so crazy how much reading really affects your mental state and really affects your mood on a daily basis, because it's like, it just affects you mentally so much that if I read a sad book, I'm going to be sad like all night. And if I read like a happy, uplifting, upbeat book, I'm going to be happy for the rest of the night. So the only reason why I didn't rate it higher, I was thinking about rating it a 4.5. But a little thing just brought it down a little bit, but still 4.25 is great. I still really enjoyed it. I just, again, love her marriage of fantasy and romance, and I will be counting down the days until the next Ashley Poston book comes out, because I will read every single one of her books. I've now read all 3 of them. I've read Dead Romantics, A 7-Year Slip, and A Novel Love Story. I think I liked this one even more than 7-Year Slip, so it's definitely, like, I think my second favorite, and then 7-Year Slip is number 3, but I still love them. But Dead Romantics just lives in my heart and soul every day. Every time I think about that book, it's like, it's still like one of my top 3 romance books of all time. Besides Beach Read and Part of Your World, those are like my top 3. But this was still really, really adorable. The only reason why I ranked it lower is because, I rated it lower, is because she kept on using like a repetitive things to describe the male character just a little bit too often and too repetitively. But besides that, I really enjoyed this story a lot. That was really the only reason why I rated it a little bit lower. It was just because it was getting a little bit annoying. But besides that, I loved the story. I love the way she flows her writing. It's just so... The way she flows it, it's like you're reading a magical storybook. Like, I just really love it. And she's great. So, finished that. And then I'm going to be continuing reading the Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. I'm on page 139. I just wanted to finish A Novel Love Story first, and then I should finish this by Saturday. I'm going to try and read as much as I can today. I don't think I'm going to have that much time to read tomorrow, because I'm going to be out for quite a while tomorrow. But I think I'm going to finish Ashes of the Star-Cursed King, like, right now and before I go out, because I'm just going to go get my nails done. I have to go to Target, of course. When do I not have to go to Target? And there was something else I needed to do. And then I just have to stop by the mall to pick up like one thing. So that's pretty much it. But I kind of want a tiny little break from the romance right now. So I think I'm just going to finish Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. And then as soon as I get home, I'll just read more of the Spanish Love Deception and see how far I can get. But I don't think I'm going to have too much time to read at all tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do after I finish Ashes of the Star-Cursed King, I'll just start Saving Six, the third book in Boys of Tommen, and just listen to the audiobook while I'm getting ready tomorrow morning. Because that will be the only like reading time I'll have. I might still bring my Kindle with me because I think I'm going to start Wild Love by Elsie Silver while I'm getting my nails done today. I'm going to read that while I'm getting my nails done, and then I think I'm also possibly going to be reading that at the beach tomorrow. I just want to read like a light summer romance at the beach. Hello, duh. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I just want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I'm about to leave the house to go get my nails done and stuff. I already said this literally like a couple of hours ago, but that was for yesterday's look. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the, do I like this lip color with this? It's a little pink. I think it looks pretty. I went in with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Pokemon Pokeball, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette today, I haven't used this palette, I don't think, at all this year. So I was like, you know what? Let's just use it. So I went in with the Colourpop Nude Mood palette. I feel like I possibly haven't used this either since the winter time or possibly last summer when we went to California, and I did take this palette with me and wear it one day that I was there. So I don't think I've worn it since then. So I went into All Natural in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Mugged Off, and then for my outer corners I used Moody, and then for my lid I used Put On Airs, and then for my brow bone I used Bluffin'. This is such a and then for my inner corners, I used Wink Wink. So this is like a typical look that I do with this palette, but these do create pretty repetitive looks, but at the same time, this is one of Colourpop's best curated 9 pans that they've ever come out with, because there's 7 mattes and 3 shimmers. So I feel like you can just do so much with this palette because it goes from light to medium tones to really dark, and it's just a brilliantly curated palette, so I think this is still one of their best, and I can't believe it took me this long to pick this one up. I think I got this like 2 years ago, or maybe possibly at the beginning of last year, but it's just such a good palette. And then I went into Makeup Forever's brown liner on the waterline, and then I went into the Essence Lash Primer, and then I used the Act Natural Mascara on the top lashes and the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. I actually have quite a few things to do today, so I'm kind of almost a little bit grateful that I didn't see my boyfriend today because I actually have too much to do. So then I primed my eyes with the Do It Spray and the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, and then for my face product, I went into the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade Fair. The reason why I wanted to say my makeup look before I leave is because I didn't want to do it when I get home. I just want to relax when I get home, but also I might get a massage. I think I'm going to get a manicure and a pedicure because I only get pedicures in the summertime, because what is the point of getting them before the summer? No one's going to see them unless you wear sandals and you live in a hot climate. Like if you live in Texas and California, it makes sense, but here on Long Island, we actually have seasons, so there really is no point for me to get my feet done until the summertime. So anyway, and then I just set my under eyes with the House Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder, and then for my bronzer, I went into the Milani bronzer in the shade Dolce, and then for my blush, I went into the MAC blush in the shade Margin right here. And then for my highlight, I went into the MAC highlighter in the shade, the MAC highlighter in the shade Soft and Gentle. And then I set my face with the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. And then for my lips, I just went into the NYX Click Stick or Slick Click. NYX Slick Click Fat Oil in the shade link in my bio. I just don't know why it's bleeding. So that's everything as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I did finish Ashes of the Star-Cursed King literally just now. I wanted to finish that before I read The Spanish Love Deception later. And it was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. I listened to it mostly. Probably listened to at least 85% of it because I actually bought it when Amazon was having like a massive sale on audiobooks and they were like 80% off. So I got this one for like $6 and I got the first one for like $3. So I read more of the first book on my Kindle, but I already had read, I think, 5 books on my Kindle this past month. Or this month, I mean. How many did I read on Kindle? I read 1, 2, 3. Maybe it was only 3. I could have sworn I read more than that. Why did I feel like I read more than that? Okay, now I can add this. But anyway, it was really good. I think I'm going to go The Ashes and The Star-Cursed King. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. At least I finished another fantasy book, and then I also made my reading goal for this month, and now I've read 16 books. Can you believe I've read 80 books this year? This was my 80th book. I didn't even think I was going to get to 50. Like, what? So yeah, I've read 16 books this month, but also I think it's because, you know, I was listening to quite a few books. It's crazy. Like before this, I was like not even really into audiobooks, and now I find it's just easier to get books done if you're listening to it while you're getting ready, because then you're still reading it and you can get like a couple chapters banged out when I'm getting ready to head out the door or I'm like driving home. It just makes it easier to finish a book. But I actually used up my Spotify listening hours, so now I can't listen to any more audiobooks on Spotify until like the second week of July, which is so stupid because A Novel Love Story was actually included in Spotify Premium, but I couldn't listen to it. But it's fine because then I finished Ashes and the Star-Cursed King anyway. And I gave it a 4.5. They're still not 5-star for me, but they're still really, really good. I'm really looking forward to the third one that comes out later this year. But the reason why I wanted to read it is so I was ready for that to come out in November. I'm pretty sure it's coming out. So I think I've read most of the books that I need to prepare for the next books to come out in series. Like the next Inheritance Game book comes out at the end of July, and the next one comes out later this year. Actually, the one that comes out at the end of July is a start of like kind of a spin-off series of it. It's called The Grandest Game, and then I think it's called Games Untold comes out later this year. So I'll be ready for both of those because I read the Inheritance Game series back in April and I really enjoyed it. And then The Serpent of the Wings of Night, and then Throne of Secrets comes out in September, and then Reckless comes out in a few days, and I already read Powerless and Powerful, so Yeah, and I don't think there's really that many other releases that I need to be prepared for. I also read the Housemaid books, the first two, so I could be ready for The Housemaid is Watching. So yeah, I don't think I really have any other ones besides A Fate Inked in Blood and Five Broken Blades are like the first books in books that aren't coming out until like next year. And also I read Heartless Hunter, and the second book in that duology comes out next year as well. So I already read Heartless Hunter. I still need to read A Fate Inked in Blood and Five Broken Blades. But those are really the only other two fantasy books that are priority for me. Mostly next month is going to be another heavy romance month, maybe with a thriller or two thrown in just in case if I get sick of romance, because I am going to be reading a ton of romance next month as well. But after I read most of those, then I will have made a significant dent in my TBR shelf and also a significant dent in the romances that I own. And I should be able to, it's probably going to be another 8 to 10 romances next month. I think I've almost read, how many romance books have I read this month? I think I've read 6. And then Spanish Love Deception and Nora Goes Off Script, it's going to be 8. So it's still going to be 8 of them. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go because I want to get out of the house. So bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I just want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I don't need to turn the light on because I didn't use any eyeshadow today and I kind of have a super headache still, so I'm not going to turn the light on. Because I went to the beach today and I took an Advil like an hour ago, but my head still really hurts. I don't know if I really want to read tonight. I read a little bit at the beach. And I listened to my audiobook as soon as I got home. And I got through another like 50 pages. So I kind of just want to watch Desperate Housewives and finish the 5th season. I'm just way too tired. So if I don't finish Spanish Love Deception until Sunday night, I'm not going to be like that upset about it because I'll probably just finish Nora Goes Off Script just July 1st and just read that. But also like I've just been getting shit sleep, so if I just watch the episode and then go to sleep, maybe that'll be better. I'm just exhausted. So I actually like didn't wear any eyeshadow today because I don't know if I have like a sty or not. And I feel like I got a little bit sunburnt on the very sides of my face, like right here. Because like an idiot, for some reason, I put on my night moisturizer and then I put my SPF moisturizer on top of that because for some reason I just do that sometimes, but also like that wasn't the greatest thing because I never get sunburnt on my face, like literally ever when I wear the CeraVe moisturizer. So I think I got it like literally right here and literally right here. So even though it was cold today, like honestly it wasn't any warmer than like 76 degrees at the beach, doesn't mean you don't burn. And I thought that the sun was like obnoxiously strong today, even though it wasn't that warm. So next time I just really have to coat the sunblock more. I mean, I put on like it like 2 or 3 times and we like barely went in the water because it was too cold. So anyway, so I just did face makeup today and mascara. Because of course, like the one time we don't go further into the water is when I don't wear eyeshadow. But I think I have like a sty up here. That's why I didn't wear any. So anyway, I just primed my face with the Do It Spray and the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. And then for my foundation, I went into the Just Beauty Blender Bounce. Because I wanted to use my Urban Decay, but I think it's expired. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it. So I just used my skin tint in the shade Light 1, and then I just went into my Tower 28 concealer in the shade BH, and then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder, and then I set my face with Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then just for my liner, I went into the LA Girl liner in the shade White, and then I just went into my Colourpop lengthening mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I just didn't wear any eyeshadow because I just covered it with like a tiny bit of concealer, but I didn't even put it on that part, and then like my eye was tearing at the beach like so badly, so honestly I was glad that I didn't wear eyeshadow because I don't know what's going on. But anyway, and then I just went into my Colourpop Alviva Beach Bronzer. Oh my god, fucking moron. And then for my blush, I just went into MAC Blush in the shade Melba. I just don't even feel like grabbing it right now, even though it's right next to me. I just don't care. And then for my highlight, I just went into my Colourpop highlighter in the shade Flip Flop. This is such a beautiful one, especially for the beach. Then I just set my face with my Milk Makeup setting spray. And then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. No, I used the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. And then for my lips, I just went into the Summer Fridays Lip Balm. This is the Lip Butter Balm, and I believe this is Vanilla Beige or the other beige color, but I love this product so much. So that's it. That's all I did. Simple, no makeup look for the beach. And I was obsessed. And then as far as a reading update goes, I'm still reading The Spanish Love Deception. I'm on page 212. This book is so long though. Like, I'm enjoying it, but why is it, this is literally the longest romance book that I have read. It's 437 pages, and I'm like basically halfway through, but damn, why it gotta be so long? Maybe I'll read like a chapter or two. Yeah, I'll probably read like a couple of chapters, but literally like thinking about reading right now literally makes me want to fall asleep. So I just want to watch the season finale of season 5 of, oh my god, is this gonna fucking fall, you dumbass? Yeah, do that, you stupid fuck. Oh my god, I can't deal with myself. I'm gonna go. Bye. I'm too fucking tired, so bye. Oh, and I also started the third Boys of Tommen book, Saving Six, on Audible because I'm listening to the audiobook. And I just got 100 pages in tonight, so, and I'm enjoying it so much. I love it. And then I'm also reading Elsie Silver's Wild Love on my Kindle, because I did say I was going to read that this past month, but I didn't get to it till yesterday at the nail salon. I did get my nails done yesterday, by the way. I didn't say that earlier. I got like this really cool neon green color, and I'm like 75 pages into that. So even though I haven't read too much more of The Spanish Love Deception, I'm still reading like 2 other books. Like, I just brought my Kindle to the beach, and then I brought my Kindle to the nail salon yesterday, and I'm like 75 pages in. So it's okay so far. I'm not like in love with it, but I really wanted to get into Elsie Silver's writing. But of course, I'm loving Saving Six. So still reading other books right now. Just, why is this book so long? I don't know. Now I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I did work. Pretty exhausted. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer because I still have like that pimple on my lid, so I didn't want to use the Anastasia one. And honestly, this primer just might be better, but also I've never had any problems with this palette creasing, like literally ever. Like literally this palette has never creased on me before. But maybe I'm gonna wear the Colourpop primer tomorrow too, but I want to see whether or not it's the primer. And then I used the Pokemon Pokeball, and I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I decided to go into the Colourpop Malibu Barbie palette because I've been kind of just using quite a few Colourpop palettes this week. And I've just been wanting to go through and use like my favorite summer palettes from Colourpop. So I went into Make Waves in the crease. And then I just darkened up the crease in the outer corners with Zuma Beach. And then for the lid, I just went into Come On, which is like a really pretty like bronzy gold. It's just such a pretty shade. I love this palette. I love this palette since it came out like a couple of years ago. It's just such a good palette. And then for my inner corners, I just used Cali Girl. Such a good shade. I'm thinking about just using this tomorrow too and doing a pink look with it. Is that weird? Because I love this palette so much and I know exactly what I want to wear tomorrow. So I might just use this again, or I'll do a pink look with a different palette. And then I just use the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Brown. And then I use the Essence Lash Primer. And then I use the Tartelette Tubing Mascara on the top lashes. And the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. And I prime my face with the Do It Spray and the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. And then for my foundation, I went into the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation in the shade 050 Fair Cool. And then for my concealer, I used the Haus Labs concealer in the shade 01 Fair Neutral. And then I set my under eyes with the Haus Labs powder again. And then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade Tantric, just because I felt like using it today. I also always forget to use it, so I don't know why I always forget to use that one. And then for my blush, I just went into the pressed powder blush from Colourpop from the Angel collection in the shade Claim It, because I just wanted an easy peachy blush. And then for my highlight, I went into the Colourpop Gold Highlighter in the shade Beach Party. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Setting Spray. And then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. Or actually the e.l.f. Wow Brow, sorry. And then for my lips, I went into the Colourpop Lipstick Duo. Where the heck did I just put the lipstick? I literally just had it. Did I just put it back? Yeah, I did. Dummy. I went into the Colourpop lip liner in the shade Golden Beach. And then for my lips, I went into the coinciding lipstick in the shade Golden Beach. I guess I was just really in a beach mood today after going to the beach yesterday. So that's everything as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I actually haven't read Spanish Love Deception today. I decided to start Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. I said I was going to start this tomorrow, but I really just wanted to read like a super short book for the end of the month. I just wanted something easy. And I'm already on page 82, and I'm already freaking loving this. I'm going to try and finish this tonight. Don't ever quote me on trying to finish a book, because I usually never do. But this book is only 257 pages. So I want to see if I can finish it tonight, because I'm literally just going to read for the rest of the night. I'm not going to do anything else but read, and then I'll probably just watch some YouTube at some point. But I was hoping to get up to at least page 100 at work, but we ended up getting really busy tonight. But so far I'm loving this. This is so good. I don't know what it is, but like Annabelle Monaghan's writing is so good. Like, she's so subtly funny, and I just love the story so far. So I think I'm just gonna read the rest of her books this coming week and just marathon them, because I might just read same time next summer all day on Tuesday, because I don't plan to go anywhere on Tuesday. I think I'm just gonna stay home and take a no makeup day and just read the entire day, because I haven't done that in a while, and I have like plans for the rest of the week after that, because I'm working tomorrow. But so far I'm really loving this. Like, all I want to do is read that book. Like I'm enjoying the Spanish Love Deception, but like I said, it's just so freaking long. Like, why is it 437 pages? That is really long for a romance. Like, I know Betting on You was like 421 pages, but it just felt so much shorter because it's like easy. Lynn Painter's writing is so easy to get through that, like, I didn't want it to end. But like with this, I'm halfway through and I already feel like it's just too long, but I am going to finish it. If I finish Nora Goes Up Off Script tonight, then I will finish Spanish Love Deception probably by Monday night, and then Reckless comes out on Tuesday. But I might read just same time next summer and just read that the entire day to see if I can finish a book in a day. Because her books are so short. And then I just might go right into the summer romance right after that and then read Reckless. So I think that might be my reading schedule for the week. Or I'll read Reckless when it comes out, but we'll see. And then I still need to read Tessa Bailey's It Happened One Summer and then the Carly Fortune summer romance books. So, but those are basically where my heart is for the next like week and a half. I haven't gotten tired of them, so I'm all about the summer romances right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I also started Saving Six, the third book in the Boys of Tommen series, and I'm like over 100 pages in on the audiobook, and I am absolutely loving it. I am so excited to be back in this world. I just took a couple weeks off from listening to it because I was listening to Serpents of the Wings Midnight and Ashes of and the Star-Cursed King, and those were both great too, but I mostly listened to those on audio. And then I also listened to Betting on You, some of Spanish Love Deception, and all 3 Friend Zone books I listened to on Spotify Premium too, and I also finished Life's Too Short in one day because I read like 150, 200 pages and listened to the audiobook for like most of that day, and I did finish that in a day. So yeah, hopefully I can finish it tonight. So bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I did work. Pretty exhausted. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer because I still have like that pimple on my lid, so I didn't want to use the Anastasia one. And honestly, this primer just might be better, but also I've never had any problems with this palette creasing, like literally ever. Like literally this palette has never creased on me before. But maybe I'm gonna wear the Colourpop primer tomorrow too, but I want to see whether or not it's the primer. And then I used the Pokemon Pokeball, and I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I decided to go into the Colourpop Malibu Barbie palette because I've been kind of just using quite a few Colourpop palettes this week, and I've just been wanting to go through and use like my favorite summer palettes from Colourpop. So I went into Make Waves in the crease, and then I just darkened up the crease in the outer corners with Zuma Beach. And then for the lid, I just went into Come On, which is like a really pretty like bronzy gold. It's just such a pretty shade. I love this palette. I love this palette since it came out like a couple of years ago. It's just such a good palette. And then for my inner corners, I just used Cali Girl. Such a good shade. I'm thinking about just using this tomorrow too and doing a pink look with it. Is that weird? Because I love this palette so much and I know exactly what I want to wear tomorrow. So I might just use this again, or I'll do a pink look with a different palette. And then I just used the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Brown, and then I used the Essence Lash Primer, and then I used the Tartelette Tubing Mascara on the top lashes, and the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes, and I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. And then for my foundation, I went into the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation in the shade 050 Fair Cool. And then for my concealer, I used the House Labs concealer in the shade 01 Fair Neutral. And then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder again. And then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade Tantric, just because I felt like using it today. I also always forget to use it, so I don't know why I always forgot to use that one. And then for my blush, I just went into the pressed powder blush from Colourpop from the Angel collection in the shade Claim It, because I just wanted an easy peachy blush. And then for my highlight, I went into the Colourpop Gold Highlighter in the shade Beach Party. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Setting Spray. And then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. Or actually the e.l.f. Wow Brow, sorry. And then for my lips, I went into the Colourpop Lipstick Duo. Where the heck did I just put the lipstick? I literally just had it. Did I just put it back? Yeah, I did. Dummy. I went into the Colourpop lip liner in the shade Golden Beach. And then for my lips, I went into the coinciding lipstick in the shade Golden Beach. I guess I was just really in a beach mood today after going to the beach yesterday. So that's everything as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I actually haven't read Spanish Love Deception today. I decided to start Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. I said I was going to start this tomorrow, but I really just wanted to read like a super short book for the end of the month. I just wanted something easy. And I'm already on page 82, and I'm already freaking loving this. I'm going to try and finish this tonight. Don't ever quote me on trying to finish a book, because I usually never do. But this book is only 257 pages. So I want to see if I can finish it tonight, because I'm literally just going to read for the rest of the night. I'm not going to do anything else but read, and then I'll probably just watch some YouTube at some point. But I was hoping to get up to at least page 100 at work, but we ended up getting really busy tonight. But so far I'm loving this. This is so good. I don't know what it is, but like Annabelle Monaghan's writing is so good. Like, she's so subtly funny, and I just love the story so far. So I think I'm just gonna read the rest of her books this coming week and just marathon them, because I might just read same time next summer all day on Tuesday, because I don't plan to go anywhere on Tuesday. I think I'm just gonna stay home and take a no makeup day and just read the entire day, because I haven't done that in a while, and I have like plans for the rest of the week after that, because I'm working tomorrow. But so far I'm really loving this. Like, all I want to do is read that book. Like, this, I'm enjoying the Spanish Love Deception, but like I said, it's just so freaking long. Like, why is it 437 pages? That is really long for a romance. Like, I know Betting on You was like 421 pages, but it just felt so much shorter because it's like easy. Lynn Painter's writing is so easy to get through that like I didn't want it to end. But like with this, I'm halfway through and I already feel like it's just too long, but I am going to finish it. If I finish Nora Goes Off Script tonight, then I will finish Spanish Love Deception probably by Monday night, and then Reckless comes out on Tuesday. But I might read just same time next summer and just read that the entire day to see if I can finish a book in a day. Because her books are so short. And then I just might go right into the summer romance right after that and then read Reckless. So I think that might be my reading schedule for the week. Or I'll read Reckless when it comes out, but we'll see. And then I still need to read Tessa Bailey's It Happened One Summer, and then the Carly Fortune summer romance books. So But those are basically where my heart is for the next like week and a half. I haven't gotten tired of them, so I'm all about the summer romances right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I also started Saving Six, the third book in the Boys of Tommen series, and I'm like over 100 pages in on the audiobook, and I am absolutely loving it. I am so excited to be back in this world. I just took a couple weeks off from listening to it because I was listening to Serpents of the Wings of Night and Ashes of and the Star-Cursed King, and those were both great too, but I mostly listened to those on audio. And then I also listened to Betting on You, some of Spanish Love Deception, and all three Friend Zone books I listened to on Spotify Premium too, and I also finished Life's Too Short in one day because I read like 150, 200 pages and listened to the audiobook for like most of that day, and I did finish that in a day. So yeah, hopefully I can finish it tonight. So bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I did work. Really tired. I was actually falling asleep in the bathroom like 5 minutes ago. I was trying to read more of my book and I'm like literally so sleepy. So I primed my eyes with, what am I doing? I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I just used the Pokemon Pokeball, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette today, I just went back into the Pokemon Colourpop palette, and I basically just took the pink shades again. I went into Pokemon Center in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Fuchsia City, and then I used just a brown shade from a single shadow that I'll just tell you in a minute what it was. And then I went in with Gym Leader on the lid, which is that glitter, and then for the inner corners I used Jelly Donut, and that's all I used from the palette. I just wanted a simple look today because, like I said, I've been doing like easier looks lately. And then for my outer corners, I just went into this shade right here. I believe it's Anastasia's Hot Chocolate. It's just one of the best browns that I own, and I just wanted to add a little bit of depth to the inner corners. So that's everything I used for my eyes. And then I went in with my LA Girl white liner on the waterline. It's pretty much completely gone, but I'm not reapplying it. I'm so tired. And then I just went into the Essence Lash Primer, and then I used the Amico Lay Mascara, and then I went into the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. I just wanted to wear this pink jacket because I love it, and I usually wear it once a summer, and I wanted to do a pink look today. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, and then for my foundation and concealer, I used the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation in the shade 1C, and the concealer in 120, and then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Gucci bronzer in the shade 01. And then for my blush, I went into one of my favorite Colourpop blushes for the summer, and this is the shade Swirled. This is from like their older like fruity collection. I think they did it with Ulta, but this is such a good pink blush. I love it. So I used that. I'm trying to rotate more of my makeup lately and actually use it. And then for my highlight, I went into the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. These are like some of my favorite highlighters from the drugstore. They're amazing. My face just feels really dry right now, so like I cannot wait to take my makeup off. I think it's just my skin. I don't think it's the foundation. It's just like all underneath my eyes is feeling really dry, so I just can't wait to take my makeup off. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Setting Spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into the Colourpop lip liner in the shade Brink. And then for my lipstick, I went into the Colourpop Luxe lipstick in the shade Princess Aurora. I love this shade so much. And that's everything I use as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I did finish Nora Goes Off Script last night. I actually did finish it last night. I told my mom I just don't want to watch anything. I just wanted to read last night, and I just wanted to read that book. And I absolutely loved it. It was so, so good. I've never felt more satisfied by a 250-page book before than that one. It was just so well written. Annabelle Monaghan is a fantastic writer. I cried, I laughed. I was crying so much at the end, but there was just like this one line that just got me. Let me just read it to you really quick. It was just like, I don't know. It was just so emotional because like you got so attached to Nora and Leo, and I just loved it so much. I'm still thinking about how amazing the writing was and just how good the story was. And I'm already taking like a million pictures of the quotes of the next book I started. But this just made me cry so much. So she says, it was a crazy big lie. And then he says, he says, and maybe the whole time I was here, I felt like I was borrowing this, like I didn't deserve to keep it. And I was bawling my eyes out. Like I had to stop reading and take a breather. And then I finished like the last 10 pages. But like, oh, I just loved it. I definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Like her books are so incredibly easy to read, but she sets up such a beautiful story, but also like her writing is so funny, and like just none of the characters are annoying. Everything makes sense. Nothing drags on. The way that she sets a scene is just, you literally feel like you're smelling the spring flowers and then feeling like she really uses like weather and like the changing of seasons. And I really do appreciate that in like books in general, not just romance books, but I feel like when writers set the scene with, because sometimes they don't say like what season it is or what time of day it is or like what the weather is like. And I feel like that's so important to set scenes in books, that like it's like, when does this take place? Like just saying the year like doesn't really give us much. So I loved that book so much that I had to start Same Time Next Summer today, also by Annabelle Monaghan. And I'm only 40 pages in because I had to work today. So I got up to page 42, but I'm already loving this too. I was gonna binge this on July 2nd, but honestly, I want to get this done before Reckless comes out, because honestly, I just wanted to read Reckless on July 2nd because it comes out tomorrow night, probably at midnight. So that's all I want to read on Tuesday, and I'll probably finish that on Thursday. But I wanted to get one more book in. I still haven't finished Spanish Love Deception, but I'll probably finish that right after I finish Reckless, just so I can finish it finally, because I'm still halfway through. I just don't know why it's so long. But what's crazy about this one is that this one takes place on Long Island, and the main character's name is Sammy. And my sister's name is Samantha, and we grew up on Long Island. So I'm like, as soon as I read the synopsis of this, I'm like, I have to read it. I just have to. So I will definitely finish this by Tuesday, because I'm already sucked in. I'm already loving the writing of this one too. I'm just like, and I love the covers that they do of like the love interests. Like, I wasn't really sure who the love interest is going to be in this yet, because she's engaged, but this is like her childhood boyfriend in the background. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, but we will see. But so far, I'm just really enjoying it already. Like, she hooks you from like the first page. So yeah, I'm just going to go watch The Bear with my mom. Season 3 came out like a couple days ago. We watched like the first 3 episodes a couple days ago. It's such a good show. If you don't watch it, you need to. It won like 5 Emmys this past Emmy season. So I'm going to go rip my makeup off because I am exhausted. So yeah, bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I actually didn't wear makeup today. I just wanted to take a little breather. But I forgot to say my makeup look yesterday, and that was actually the last, well, no, it wasn't the last day of the month. It was the first day of this month, which is July. I can't believe it's July already. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Pokemon Pokeball, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Powder. I went to see my boyfriend yesterday, and then today I just took a day to myself. I actually went to get some breakfast at IHOP. I've been like doing that occasionally, and I didn't want to go out later, so I decided just to get myself breakfast, and I just eat it in my car because I love eating in my car. And then I just went to Sephora, and I actually picked up 3 things that I kind of wanted to try. I haven't really gone crazy with makeup shopping this year, but there were like a couple new things. Well, actually, there was only one new thing that I wanted to go in for, but then I ended up picking up 2 other things. I didn't even know that House Labs came out with a new product, so I picked up one of those, and I just picked up another color of the Tower 28 lip balms because I love this product so much, so I wanted to get the pink one. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I went into the Golden Hour palette by Colourpop, and then also I just went to Target after that, and I picked up 2 books, but there was one book that I've been wanting to get that I haven't been able to find, but I guess it's more popular now. I finally got Abby Jimenez's Yours Truly in the paperback because I've just been wanting to own it because I want to own all of Abby Jimenez's books, even though I did read that on Kindle. It just started my whole love affair with Abby Jimenez's books, so I have to own all of them, and that's just how it is. And I picked up a new release that I've been wanting for quite a while. It came out, I think, like a couple months ago, but it's grown in popularity because it's like in the top 5 New York Times bestsellers. So I picked that up too. So that's all I got. And then the only other books I'm adding to my collection this month is my Book of the Month picks, and that's it. I have to be on a stricter no-buy for books than I am for makeup right now. So for my eyeshadow, I did do a full look with this yesterday because I did film my reading wrap-up. So I want to like do my makeup in that video so you don't get too bored. And also like I need to be doing my makeup for a longer period of time because I'm talking about a bunch of books. So I went into Dreamin' in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Views. And then I used Far Off on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I just wanted to go into this shade, Have Sun. I literally could use this as like my daily neutral palette every day. I love this palette so much. I go into it all the time. It's just such a good palette. And then for the inner corners, I went into Glimmer. I just think that this is such a good staple neutral palette that Colourpop did. And I'm so happy I picked it up. I was so like iffy about it, but honestly, like it's my most used neutral palette this year. So it's definitely like probably my most used palette this year, to be honest, besides my Ensley Rain palettes. I love this palette. It's really good. And then I just went into my Makeup Forever liner in the shade Limitless Brown on the waterline. And then for my mascara, I just went into the I believe the Act Natural mascara on the top lashes and the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. And then for my concealer, I went into the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer in the shade Fair 1N. And then for my for my tinted moisturizer, I don't know if I actually went into this concealer. Hold on one second. Let me check. Okay, yes, this was the concealer that I used, which is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer in the shade 1.1N. And then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I believe I just went into the Colourpop Alviva Beach bronzer. And then for my blush, I went into just my Colourpop blush from the Kathleen Lights collection in the shade Lunar Has It. It's just one of my all-time favorite blushes. Like, these are the best blushes that Colourpop has ever done, to be honest. They're so, yeah, let me show you with blocking what the color looks like. Just a champion. And then I went in with the Winky Lux Celestial Powder Lights highlighter. This is actually a really pretty gold highlight, and I haven't used it in a while, so I wanted to use that. And then I set my face with the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. And then for my lips, I just went into the Tower 28 Lip Balm. I love this thing. The Lip Softy Tinted Lip Treatment in the shade Dulce de Leche. Dulce de Leche, not Dolce. Whatever. And that's everything that I use as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I did finish Same Time Next Summer last night. I liked it by Annabelle Monaghan, but I didn't love this one as much as I loved Nora Goes Off Script. It was still really good though. I just gave it a solid 4 stars. I didn't really feel like rating it any higher than that, but 4 stars is still a good book. So I would still recommend it if you want an easy summer romance. It's really, really good. I still love her writing. And I'm literally going to go right into her 3rd book, which is her newest release, and it's literally called Summer Romance, right after I finish the book that I'm reading right now. But I'm definitely going to be reading this probably by July 4th. So definitely going to read that. I'm super excited. I've heard nothing but good things about that one. I think I'm probably going to love this one as much as Nora Goes Off Script. It wasn't like bad whatsoever. I just thought like the female character was still so strong. It was still a great story. I just thought Nora Goes Off Script was so funny and also made me feel like so many emotions. I didn't really feel the same way about Same Time Next Summer, but it still gave me like it was still impactful, and it still like made me think about like how people are supposed to be in relationships and all of that. It was still a good book. So today, I think I told you guys this before, but today, the 2nd book in the Powerless trilogy came out, and that is called Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I did pre-order this a couple days ago. So it came out today, so obviously I was going to read this. So I got up to page 140. I started it like a little bit last night. It did actually come out at 12 a.m., but I ended up being way too tired to read. But of course, I still haven't been sleeping well. I don't know what's going on, but I've just been sleeping like shit lately. So yeah, and so far I'm liking it. I don't think I'm going to love this one as much as Powerless, though. Like, honestly, it's not really a romantasy. Like, this book does not really mention magic pretty much at all. They only mention, like, some elites that have, like, super subtle powers, but, like, nothing really magical has happened yet. It's really just been Kai chasing Peyton, if you've read Powerless. She said, Lauren Roberts did say that this is Peyton and Kai's story, which we do understand because it was all about them in the first book anyway. And I'm still really enjoying it, but I wouldn't really call this a romantasy. I would kind of call it a romance disguising as a romantasy. That's not a bad thing, but I'm like, where the magic at? Like, can we get something magical happening? But so far, I am really liking it, but the reason why I really loved Powerless is that, like, the whole magical competition was going on at the same time as, like, the romance and the banter was happening between Peyton and Kai, and that's what made Powerless so popular and why it was so good. But literally, oh my God, she literally started off this book with talking about frickin' sticky buns, and I'm like, Lauren, I understand that, like, that's your connection with Peyton and Adina, and I understand that that was, like, their thing and everything, but it's, like, it's just too much already. Like, literally mentioned it in, like, so much of Powerful, and then the last 100 pages of Powerful were so good. So I think that this is still going to be a really fun time. I don't think it's falling flat for me. I'm still having a great time. I think it's very well paced. It's very interesting, and I'm very interested to see what happens with Peyton and Kai. That's what everybody's been wanting to see. Peyton's like one of my top 5 favorite heroines, and I absolutely love Kai too. So they're still some of my favorite characters. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and I was about to throw it on my bed. I was like, I've been noticing a lot of typos in this. And I'm like, how was this edited as like being one of the most anticipated biggest releases of this year, to be honest, because Powerless blew up last year. I'm actually really surprised on how many typos I've actually found so far. There's one, hold on. So I found one earlier. The first one that I found was that there was a quote at the end of the sentence, but not at the beginning. There was no quotation marks, and I was like, was that a quote that I just read? But there was no starting quote for dialogue. It was like in the middle of a paragraph, but still, I was like, what? And then, I don't know if it's this one. I don't know if it's that one. I'm not going to waste your time because I really can't see it right now. But this one is like so obvious. It says, she bites the inside of her cheek against a wince as she beings unrolling her pant leg. When that's supposed to be as she begins unrolling her pant leg. And I understand, like, sometimes there's certain typos in books where there's like no period or maybe like capitalized letter, but these are like really obvious typos, so I don't know what's going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go, bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I probably have to post my next one by tomorrow because I'm like reading all the time, but so I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I just used the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder on top because for my lippy today, I was going to wear a very hydrating lippy, so I felt like I didn't need to prep my lips when I just threw on like a tinted lip balm. I just have not been sleeping well at all. I still didn't sleep well last night either, so I took my quilt off my bed. So I just feel like I'm keeping it way too warm in my room at this point, and it just gets so stuffy. Like, I only feel like the AC now, and it gets like so hot at night. So, and also I just need to go to bed earlier because I'm going out tomorrow with my friends. Today I'm just seeing my boyfriend. Yesterday I actually didn't even wear makeup. Like I told you guys, I think I just told you guys my makeup look for the day before. So, but yeah, it just need to get sleep for tomorrow because I'm going to a July 4th cruise with my friends in this town like 20 minutes away from me, and they have like this whole nautical mile by the water, so we're going to get I'm picking up my friend first down the street. My best friend is coming here, and then he's going with me to pick up my friend because again, she only lives like less than 5 minutes away from me, and then we're all going to our other friend's house, and we're going to park our car there, and then we walk into the town. It's only like 2 blocks away because the parking there is like insane, especially for July 4th. So it's just going to be so much easier parking at our friend's house first because they live there. And then we're just going to walk into the town, and we're going to go to a bar first and get drinks. And then we're going to go get food at this place called Taco Tuesdays. So we're going to get tacos and margaritas, and I'm so excited. I might not even drink before dinner. I might just wait till dinner. I'm not even sure. I'll just have one drink there and then like one drink at dinner and then probably just like one drink on the boat. Like, I don't want to overdo it. So that will be like a nice buzz, like 3 drinks. I think that'll be enough. Maybe 4 if I want to, but we'll see. It's only going to be 3 to 4 drinks. I'm not going to drink more than that because especially me with no sleep. And then we get on the boat at 7:30 and we watch the fireworks from the Jones Beach fireworks show from the boat, and I'm so excited. It's going to be so much better than like going to Jones Beach because the traffic for that is literally unreal. So anyway, I went into the Sigma new mod palette for my eyeshadow today. I just felt like using this, and I just did a really quick look with it. I just used these 2 shades. I used new mod in the crease, and then I put flashy all over the lid. And then I just used Preppy on the brow bone. And then I went into Haute on the inner corners. And that's everything that I used. I just love this palette. I love Sigma, and their palettes are just so easy to use. I need to use the Ambiance palette soon. I'll probably use that the next time that I do a neutral look. I just wanted to do something semi-pinky tone today because I was going in with 2 other new products that I bought at Sephora yesterday. And then I went into the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown liner on my waterline. And then I went into the Colourpop Lengthening Mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I swear if I don't get sleep tonight, I'm going to like kill someone. So hopefully I will. And then I primed my face with the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer and just the Do It spray from Colourpop because I just went into concealer. But I do like hydrating my face a little bit first before I go into concealer. And then I just went into the Kulfi concealer. I love this concealer so much. Like, this is my absolute favorite concealer that I've tried this entire year. And I just love it. It makes my skin look amazing. It has such good coverage. It's so hydrating. And it just looks so good. Like, you don't even need foundation because it gives you the most beautiful coverage, but it's so lightweight and hydrating. I just love it so much. So this is the shade Bad Batum. I use it like all the time. I might end up repurchasing that one as I might end up using it up this year because I use it so much. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when I don't put primer on, when I just use concealer, my skin can feel really dry. So that's why I like putting primer on first, just to hydrate my face some more before I set it with powder and everything. And then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Makeup by Mario bronzer in the shade Light because I haven't used this one in a little while. I think I used it possibly once last week when I wanted to go into it again, so I just used that. I love that bronzer. That's still like the last bronzer I've picked up. I'm really trying to not pick up too many products this year because, again, I just have way too much makeup. But I did see this at Sephora yesterday. I went in, like I said, for the Milk Makeup Spray, but of course they didn't have it. So, but I didn't even know that House Labs came out with a new product. So I picked up one of the House Labs Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm in the shade Glassy Hibiscus. And I guess this is similar to the Hibiscus Haze shade that I own already. But I think this one's darker because the Hibiscus Haze one is a little bit more pink. This one's a little bit more mauve-y. And it does look really nice. I love House Labs products, so I like trying almost every single product that they come out with. So her line is great. So, and I really like the packaging on this. So again, I had no idea House Labs even came out with a new product. Shows how much I'm keeping up with makeup lately when I'm not reading. But I saw this in Sephora yesterday and I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. They just didn't have a nude shade, so I just picked up the least vibrant shade because I know I'm not gonna wear it more and I really like it so far. And then for my highlight, I just went into the Blend Bunny highlighter in the shade Butterflies from the Forget Me Not palette. These highlighters are phenomenal. And this is pretty much the only reason why I use this palette is for the highlighters. I just wish that this was a palette with the highlighters in it, because then I would have bought that over this palette that I barely use, but the highlighters are amazing. So at least it was worth it for the highlighters. And then I set my face with the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. And then for my lips, I got a new shade of the Tower 28 lip balms because I really like the one that I have already. So I wanted to try another shade, and obviously I picked up the pink one. So this is the Lip Softy Tinted Lip Treatment in the shade Watermelon Kiwi, and I love this. I've just been obsessed with glosses and like really light lip products this summer, and also again like just really light makeup in general. Like I really just don't want to spend a lot of time on my makeup. I just want to look put together, but not like, you know, spending more than like a half hour doing it, because sometimes it just like gets annoying. Like you just want your makeup to be done sometimes. Like I love the process, but sometimes you just don't want to spend that much time on it. So that's everything as far as my makeup goes. And then as far as a reading update goes, I am still reading Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I got up to page 227. I wanted to be on page 200 by last night, but I got up to page like 170 something, and then I just read like 40 pages today. So I should be finished with it by tomorrow, because I really do want to finish it tonight. But at the same time, I'm not obsessed with this one like I was with the first one, but I'm sure things will pick up soon. She did say that this book was a little bit slower than the first one, like it's more of a slower paced one. But I'm getting a little bored, but I'm still intrigued as to what is going to happen. So I'm still liking it, but I'm not obsessed with it like I was the first one. The first one was just amazing. The novella was good, and this one is good too, but the first one was just phenomenal. So, I just really, really resonated and with the first one. I just loved it. I like cried my eyes out the last like 20. I also cried with Powerful as well, but we'll see where this one goes. I'm getting 4-star vibes right now, not any higher than 4 stars, because I still really like Lauren Roberts' writing. But oh my god, I don't know if I told you this yesterday, but the amount of typos that I'm finding in this book is actually annoying me at this point. I don't think I've found any other ones since then, but I actually found eyeing and bandana spelt the British way, because I looked up, because I'm pretty sure you spell it Eyeying, not eyeing, but Eye-ye, you dumbass. But I saw it spelt in the book as Eying. But I looked it up and it says that both spellings are actually acceptable. But I don't know. I feel like it's just annoying me that it wasn't Eye, because that is the American way to spell it. And then the other version, unless they're British in the book, I mean, she never says otherwise that they're British or not. So I'm not really sure, because it's not like they really have a nationality in these books. So, because it is YA fantasy. And then the other one was bandana. She spelled it Bandanna. But I looked it up and it says that either spelling is correct, like Badana, but again, that's usually how you spell it in America. So I don't know who edited this book, but I mean, those ones don't really bother me, but there were 2 that were ridiculously obvious typos that were straight up typos. Like, these are just like, you know, spellings that you could spell the words with, or how you could spell the words, I mean, but I don't know. It's just, and this is not a fantasy. Like I said, it's just a romance. It's not even really a romance, because they've only kissed twice. It's just about like all the tension between Peyton and Kai, which again, she did say it was their story, but it's just a little boring. So things did pick up a little bit. I'm still enjoying it, but again, I'm not obsessed with it like I was with Powerless. And I can understand why people loved it. And also, she just announced the 3rd book today, because She was like, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much news on Reckless Day, which was yesterday. And also she would kind of take the attention away from Reckless because then everybody would be like, where's the third book? And you know what's funny is that I predicted exactly when it was going to come out. I didn't say the month, but I said the season. So she said April 2025, and it's called Fearless. She announced it on Good Morning America this morning. But I already saw the title yesterday because somebody said it was leaked on a German reading site, and it was actually, the date was posted on Goodreads like a while ago from the German website, and it said July 2025. It just didn't say the title, but now everybody knows that it's Fearless, and I actually found that out yesterday on Goodreads. Because again, somebody said that it was leaked on a German website. But also, it said July 2025 for the release. Jesus, why am I sneezing now? On Goodreads and on this German website, but actually, it's now spring 2025, and it's April 2025. But I said on Instagram, I'm guessing spring 2025 when she posted it yesterday, and I was right. So even though summer would have made sense, but actually Reckless just came out in July yesterday, so it would kind of be a little weird to release it at the same time, but at the same time, usually authors do that with series. They try to release it within the same month or two as like the last book that came out in the series, but this one is coming out in April of 2025, so I was right saying spring of 2025, so... I mean, we already got 2 books this year, and some people are saying, I really hope we get the third one this year. I was like, she already released 2. Like people have, like, no patience, but also people say that this ends with, like, a huge cliffhanger, so I'm gonna probably be pissed. I feel like it's, like, the Fourth Wing cliffhanger for this, because this is, like, the biggest series besides Fourth Wing lately. I mean, nothing is as big as Fourth Wing, but Powerless has taken TikTok by storm. So I'm going to go now. Bye.